One of the biggest problems that I see most City Skylines 2 players hit is budget crisis. You've started a brand new city and you're just running out of money. You're building, you're following the demand, you're trying to get people to move in, and your money is going down and down and down. Well, what can we do to fix that? That's what we're going to look at today. There are some strategies that you can put in place once you start losing money to make sure that you build up your bank balance again. Then we're going to use that money that we gain to continue to expand our beautiful British city of Kettlewick. Thank you for joining me. If you're enjoying this series and looking forward to this video, please leave a tea emoji or a thumbs up in the comments below. I like some of the ones that you found for the last episode. We had teapots, teacups, all sorts of things. I'll be looking out for those. Right, let's dive in and see how we can solve the very much looming budget crisis in Kettlewick. Right, here we are, we're back. The rain has eased off a bit and we've got some changes to put into place before we move on to the next area of our build. And the first thing I want to do is just pop in some areas so we can do some names. I had a great naming idea, and that was from Vincent King 2552 that said all the district zones of the city need to be named after UK sweets and confectionery items. Allsort Fields, Hobnob Heights, Jaffa Cake Road, Penguin Park, Quality Street, so many options. Can't wait to watch this Kettlewick brew. Excellent. Thank you, Vincent. They were some amazing suggestions. So we're going to do a couple of those now. Okay, so we've got all sorts fields down here, as this originally would have been built on an area that was a field. Hobnob Heights, named after the biscuit, of course. All sorts named after licorice all sorts, if you don't know. We've got Jaffa Cake Crest, this area here, which is going to expand quite a lot as we go on. And then we have Penguin Industrial Park, which is a chocolate biscuit. There we go. Very good. Right, so we need to try and sort our money situation out. We are making money, but the reason I'm able to do that is I'm taxing people a lot. Apart from residential, I'm trying to encourage them to move in. Everybody else, 30%. And the reason I'm trying to get more residential to move in is if we have a look down here on our residential tab, yes, a lot of these houses are empty. All these ones that are black at the end do not have anybody in them, and we want to get people moving in, which they aren't at the moment, but I'm sure they will as their happiness increases because there's abundance of entertainment. So to help with our money, I really want to use some more of the specialized industries. If we have a look at our production tab over here, we have a nice surplus of carrots, but we could put in some wheat, we could put in some chicken, and I think that would help because we've got a little bit of deficit on, well, we've got a deficit on the wood, but yeah, maybe let's put some chicken farms in. And we were saying about how stinky they were, but we could put those a little bit further away. I'm thinking all the way down the end of this road here. We do have a little bit of money we could spend. Let's give that a go. I'm thinking I might even leave the field looking like this over the top. I don't mind. I don't mind. Let's just take a look at our industry tab over here. Specializer industry. Let's go for chicken. If I can draw over the top of this, I can. Excellent. Yeah, it looks a little bit odd having that other surface underneath. So yeah, let me remove that just so we've got this one here like this. Right, so we've got 3 farms now over here. We've got this one working on vegetables, leafy greens. We've got this one working on grain, Laurie's lentils. Oh, we recognise that name, don't we? And we've got this one here working on livestock, meaty bits. And I've just popped like a little house next to each of these. And when we've got some spare money, we can come back and do some detailing. Because that's basically where I spent all my money, was all the trees that I put down in the area. But yeah. This is what we made last time, so we can make something look as nice. Good. So what is the next thing to help us with the money? So we're still losing money slowly as it goes. Let us check over here with our industry. So as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm taxing industry, commercial, offices as much as I can just to get a boost of cash, but that's gone too far now. So if we check our industrial, we can see there's basically nobody in here. All of these buildings are empty. We've got 2 businesses and that is it. And we've got no demand down here for industry. So the next little thing I'm going to do is go back into our taxation. And I'm going to play this on slow speed, and I'm going to drop this down until we see our industry demand go up, which I reckon is going to be about, let's just speed things up a bit actually, 8%, 7%, 6%. Oh my goodness me, I thought it would be more than that. 0%. Well, I'll tell you what we might have to do is we leave that on 12%. Is I might actually need to take care of this demand first, our high density residential demand. So that's basically cheaper housing. I've got no money at all, so I'm not going to spend any money on building anything. And we know at the minute it's low rent housing is basically all we've got available. So I think what we're going to do is get some blocks in here. There we go. That demand's going down. And I'm not going to do the blocks too big because then they get too expensive. There we go. Excellent. So that should encourage some more people to move in. I do also want to take care of our police need. So I think we are going to take a loan just to get that sorted. The cost of it was, let's just dive in here and have a look. So if you want to stick with the UK one, it's 285,000. I'm going to do that. And because also I'm going to take a little bit extra because also we're going to run out of water soon as well. Even though I know our services, we've got a little bit of space there, but yeah, we're going to do this. So I'm going to take 300,000, I think should be enough. There we go. And we're going to pop the police station just here opposite the school because like I said, we do have some money to spend on roads, but I don't want to do that at the moment. So we're going to take the UK police station. We'll pop that along there. And there we go. That's spent a load of our money. That is a cool looking police. That is exactly like the police station that we have here, which is really good. I believe our budget for that is also down very low at the moment as well, which is fine. So we'll keep that going. And then basically we want to try and encourage more people to move in to our industry. So let's just keep an eye on this. Look at that, already filling up. So the more this fills up, the more money we are going to make. So I'm going to keep that on 13. I'm also going to drop commercial down to 13. And offices I'm going to make a little bit higher at 16. So we should get some commercial demand as well. I don't think we've actually got... Oh, we're running out of water. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. That's fine. So back to our services, our water. We'll pop that up to 100%. Let's just make sure that's going to be enough. Because the more we get moving in... Yeah, the more that's going to cost us. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab another one of these. Let's pick a pick of that. So we should have the money for that. Oh, no, we don't. What does that actually cost us? Small water towers, 30,000. Yeah, we're losing so much money. I want to get this in. It's cheaper, I believe, to do it this way. Loans. Let's take 50, 60, 400. There we go, 110,000. It's cheaper to do it this way than it is just to keep bumping up our service budget. So what I'm going to do now is look at this, see how much we've got. So I can overall drop the budget down on water. I reckon 74. Let's just check that. Yeah, so we go, let's just let it play. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe a little bit lower to 70. And then we'll keep an eye on that because as more people move in, we'll do that. Then, yeah, we're going to need more water. Excellent. So we have now got a demand for some commercial. I would like to use very soon these here, the UK mixed housing, but that needs low density residential demand as well, which we haven't got at the moment. So we're going to go straight for some commercial buildings like this. And then as it goes along... There we go. We can switch things out. But the idea is we want to get people moving in as much as possible. We also want to just have a look down here. There's a few things. I mean, we're not short on people moving in. If we had more people moving in, that would be better. Let's just keep an eye on. We've got info loom here. We can look at residential and see how many spaces we've got. So empty properties on low 187, medium 336, high 212. So we've got spaces for people to move in. They are coming in slowly. So I'm going to drop my industrial demand down a little bit more until we get a demand down here, because that's what I want, is more industry to move in, and then they can start paying a normal tax rate. There we go. Excellent. That's what we want. So we do have some spaces, fortunately, where we can build over here. So I am just going to fill all of this in with industry. Oh, and I'd also like to put over here, we've got some trees here, is our other specialized industry is forestry. We can pop that in here, definitely. So let's get our tax rate back to a normal rate, and we can keep an eye on our demands down bottom left. And as long as there's a tiny bit of demand, which there still is, so more people are moving in, there's more jobs available, industry is still happy to pay 13%. The demand's slightly going, which is okay. If we look here, as long as they're not leaving, no, they're all filled up. Excellent. And these will be built in a minute, and then we'll start making more money. I don't think they pay actual tax until they move in. I think they book the slot. We click on here. Someone's going to move in. Yep, Grand Margay is going to move in there. Let's get this empty one here. Bensal. So they book the slot. They're going to move in. And then once they do move in, then they pay the tax. Okay, so let's just keep this running. And let's check back over here our production. Bit of a deficit on the grain. So again, we can do something about that while we've got some money to spend. So let's go back over here and maybe add one over on this side. There we go. Excellent. They've moved in. Just thinking about adding a house in there. Let's pick a pick of this one here. Oh, I was hoping it was going to pick up open find it for me. Obviously got it set a little bit differently. Okay, that's fine. We'll go into here. We'll go into here. We'll use our filter. Building level 1 UK. And I want a detached house. Medium detached. Let's have a look. Something that looks like it could be a farm. We'll go with something like that. There we go, and we can do some detailing when we get to the end. Excellent. How are we doing on the money? The money is going up. Fantastic. How's our little mini roundabouts going? Well, as in all of the UK, they work absolutely perfectly, of course, all the time, which is great. Very good, very good. Right, so we still have some high density residential demand. I do want to sort of change this around and add some of our shops in this area. Oh man, we've got a lot of traffic. Loads of people moving in and moving out. Just checking there's no traffic lights been added anywhere. No, we're okay. I think that's just going to happen for a while. And also what we could do, I mean, they've got two ways out of here, is as we expand over here, we can sort of, yeah, add some more ways in there. Okay, right. So what is next on our list of fixes? We really want to encourage some low density people to move in. So then we can use, if we come into here, our mixed housing, which will be good. Let's just double check. If we go back into here and type in mixed. There we go. Actually, we just go to the mixed tab, of course. I'm just double checking that these are, yeah, they all do look low density. Oh, there's a load of nice ones there. I really want to get a load of those along here to form some shops. But do I want them on this main road? No, I want them on this road at the back to try and at least keep a little bit of the traffic off of here, which would be good. I'm actually going to grab this one here and connect that up. That is going to become like a secondary way into this area. It has added the traffic light. We'll take that out. That is going to be another little mini roundabout. There we go. Excellent. Two mini roundabouts right next to each other. That seems very familiar to the UK. Excellent. So let's maybe take a look at some of the needs then of the people. So high taxes, unreliable mail service is something they're complaining about. I believe we don't have any mail service at all. We don't. We don't have enough money yet for a post office. Do we have enough money for a radio mast? Yes, we do. And that will be something else that they're complaining about, is unreliable internet. Okay, well, let's look on this menu here and see what area that is going to cover. We've got nothing at the moment. If we pop one of these in the middle here somewhere, that's going to cover, I mean, all of this, and then we can expand that. So I'm just thinking somewhere over here, using this little bit of area that we haven't touched yet. There we go. Let's have a look at our coverage. I mean, that is not bad at all. It's getting a bit ropey when we get out here. We've got to be careful of our budget because that is going to be costing us money now. But let's have a look down here. Unreliable internet is still -2. Let's see whether that changes. Reliable +1. There we go. So we'll be happy with that. Let's wait for our post until we can afford it. What other needs do we have? Unreliable healthcare coverage. That is actually something we can do right now. As long as we keep these two balanced, we should be okay. So healthcare, I'm just going to bump that up to 90. We can see our money change in real time. And yeah, unreliable healthcare -1, and we're getting more people moving in. Excellent. That is exactly what we want to do. Still complaining about high taxes, high water fees and high electricity fees. Again, that is something we could tweak a little bit. I'm maybe going to drop that down to, yeah, a little bit. We've got to be so careful as we balance things going along. But definitely we've dug ourselves out of the hole, which is just absolutely brilliant. Okay, let's just take a look at the traffic. What's going on there? Oh no, you've just broken down. So I think we just need some more blocks of flats in. So as we've got a need for some large, high-density residential demand, I don't want to use Find It and sort of cheat some high-density stuff in that we don't have yet. But we could get some more of these low-rent housing. And maybe just pick a few that would work well with our build. Let's take a look. Oh, I've just put some of this UK mixed housing in along here so we can get some of these shops, and they are building in. So I am wondering whether they're not low density on top. I need to double check that, but we might be getting some people moving in and get some proper shops along there, so then we can remove these other commercial buildings. They might keep some of these. I mean, these look okay, as long as they don't look ridiculous in a UK build. Like these ones here, not so much. I mean, that one there, you know, that wouldn't be too bad. We will get a bit picky the further along we go when we've got money to spare, but I think that's okay. What I would like to do now, let me just check this. Do I have it unlocked first of all? Do I have the money? Oh, I don't. We need the sports parks. Let's have a look. Tennis court, outdoor gym, skate park. No. Is it large sports parks? Soccer field. I really wanted to put a soccer field in the middle of here, exactly like a lot of soccer fields in the UK are, with terrace houses right up against them. When we get there, we'll probably do that, but at the moment, we won't. So what could we unlock in here that would be helpful to us? The water treatment plant, I would like to get that, but we're doing okay at the moment, so I'm not going to be too upset about it. Crematorium, yeah, I don't think we have a UK version of that unlocked. So we've got the cemetery, but oh, we do. We have the parish church, don't we? Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll keep going with that for now. Garbage, we're basically getting that done from the outside, so I'm not too worried. College, I haven't even placed all the schools we've got at the moment. That is the next thing on the list. Welfare office. Provide support for low-income families. That actually might be worth getting. We're going to get that. We're going to wait for our basic transportation to have a little bit more money. We've got 2 for that. Oh, yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. And then we'll wait for, oh, the post-sorting facility. No, we'll wait for that when we've got some more money. So let's just have a quick look. Yeah, it's the large sports park we need next, isn't it? Let's go back into here. 4, we've got 3. All right, that'll be the next thing we'll unlock. Right, let's take a look at our school needs. We want to start getting people working through the education system as well, so they can take jobs, pay taxes, help keep Kettlewick bubbling along nicely. So we've got a decent capacity for the elementary school. That's not going too bad. That's over here. We do have some spaces. At the minute, not everyone's going to travel to that. You'll notice here, eligible 483. There's only 244 in there, and that is because of the travel distance. Buses would help them, you know, so we'll work our way along with that. High school eligible 595, so we could really do with getting a high school in this area, because Hobnob Heights has got the highest density of people in here. There's all of our households and all of our residents. Children's teens 76, poorly educated. Yeah, so we've got a lot of adults that have come through the system and been poorly educated, which is bad on our behalf, but we can help with that. And what have we got over here? Yeah, a few teens, but again, very poorly educated adults. Yeah, so the secondary school is going to cost us 300,000 to get that. Oh man, that is such a Oh, that is such a thing. So if we go to loans, so if we took 300,000, so we've got 400,000 at the minute. So that would be a monthly cost of 94,182, which I think we could afford it. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to take it. Hopefully I don't instantly regret that decision. We're going to pick a pick of this road here and bring this along. By the way, this is a alley with paths on there, so don't need to worry about that. I'm just thinking we might sort of bring that into here. I can get that to line up. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll get our UK secondary school, which is humongous. Good grief. So that is going to go all the way over here. We're going to step that back like that. And then we're going to add another road along the front. Hopefully that's okay. Looks all right to me. Yeah, don't need to move it any further forward. I can put some decorating, some detailing around that when we get to it. So immediately our budget is going to tank because of the cost of this. What is this going to cost us? We've got one student in there, £117,150 a month to run this thing. Let's just double check our taxation, if we can adjust that slightly. Residential we can a touch. Yeah. Offices I'm going to drop down a little bit so we can try and... I mean, I don't think we're making any money from offices anyway because there's none moving in. Okay, well, let's drop this down to encourage them to move in. And then our services, this is down 50%. So hopefully this will balance out reasonably quickly. We'll have to see what's going on. Oh, man, the traffic. All these taxis of people moving in. These should all be teeny tiny mini roundabouts. Unfortunately, the smallest roundabout we have, while I'm ignoring our budget going down. I mean, we could do it. If I anarchy that in, let's do a little test and see how that looks like with the corners. I mean, do you know what? It fits okay. It's a shame it's not smaller because that would be really good. But we could do that there and that would just keep this moving a bit. I don't think I'm going to do it all the way up. That would seem a bit unrealistic. But so far, that's okay. Yeah, so I got distracted. We were trying to fill up this demand, weren't we, for high density. There is a particular type of high density I want to use. It's these ones here, these French ones, which I think just look really, really cool. We've got it on level 1. Yeah, and we've got these different shapes that we can use. That's a slightly larger one. We've got that one as well, which is good. So if we could put in a few of them and get those to fill up, then that is going to give us a nice boost to our population as well. I'm just thinking where would be a good spot for ones like that. I mean, I'm looking at this here, although the school, that doesn't, no, that's fine. How much space do these upgrades take up? It's within the spot. It's within the spot. Okay. So maybe this little bit here, Jaffa Cake Crest, we could do something with that. There we go, thinking of going with something a little bit like that. I've rearranged these 3 buildings here that look the same just to give us a bit more space and added all of these in. And there's plenty of room around it. We're going to be adding car parks for these, walking paths, trees, and yeah, a little bit of decoration around it as well. But I'm saving my money. So now what we want is people to move into these. So we still do have a demand, so people are happy to move in. We've got, these are empty at the moment, so that's fine. If we have a look at our taxes, 13% tax, so that's okay. We're getting a few moving in. I'm just thinking of dropping that down to spots, taking the hit and encouraging more people to move in, because we're still getting a -2 high taxes. So I'm going to go to 10. That's fine. And we've got some office demand, which is exactly what we wanted. So we can start getting some of the, oh, the shops have moved in along here. Let's take a look at these. Excellent. So company ad there, everything's cheap. That's like a little co-op or something like that, isn't it? So is nobody moving into these? It looks like at the moment They're all empty. Someone's moved in here. Dining fine. Very good. Oh, but this is like a perfect load of high street shops. And we've got the same. Oh, there we go. What's that? Oh, look, look, look. A Sains and Berries. Hidden behind the sign. Tiny tour. Let's just have a look if I can remove that sign. I feel like there's something hidden behind that. If I can get rid of it. Yeah, I can't seem to do it. I'll look into trying to do that. The other thing that was mentioned a lot in this area here is there is not enough pubs. We definitely need to get a pub on a corner up here to try and help with all of this area. I'm even thinking, I mean, one pub in this area is a bit of a laugh. We could have one here and easily one up there as well. Why don't we take this corner here and have a look at some of our unique buildings that we got, because there is a raft of pubs, I should say. And I want to get a corner one in here. These are country hotels, pub inn with parking. Let's have a look through here. Oh, we've got this small one, the Heath Pub. I've seen a lot of people use this one, the one with lounge and the one with terrace. I don't think the terrace at the back would necessarily be a good idea in this area, but the one with the lounge I think could work quite well. We are going to have to delete, I think. Let's just turn these off so I can delete things. That one, this one, and that one, I think. And then let's just see if that will fit in there. That will fit there. And it'll give us a tiny little bit of space here, which we can work on with some detailing. But again, that just fits in there absolutely perfectly with all the terraces and things that we've got. That gives some bonuses as well, plus 3 well-being. So that is really going to help people moving in, although they all seem to be moving out because I just deleted their houses. And then up here, I think we're going to go for a slightly different one. Maybe this corner here. Now, this isn't a corner building, but I like this one. That's got a lounge. That's got a restaurant. How big is that? Ooh, that is pretty big. That will like take up the whole of that corner. That doesn't seem quite fitting, but the one with the lounge maybe could go in there. Yeah, let's just delete a few of these and make some space. Is that enough? Oh, man, I hope that's enough. No, we're going to lose that and that as well. Okay, that's fine. And I love the name on this one. Let's pop that one in. Oh, this is looking nice. This is looking nice. Oh, this one's called...
Mochindi.
Bet you didn't think I could pronounce that one. Yeah, I like the name of this one, which is...
Mochindi.
Fantastic. I mean, that is more sort of a middle of Wales type pub. But I don't know. Why not? Why not let's have that in here and give this area a little something, something. And then what we could do is pick these. Will they fit in there? No, it's too big. It's going to overload the car park. That's fine. Yeah, very nice. So that also gives a bit of a bonus as well and some extra well-being. And then I'm thinking maybe over here, man, this is going to be the great pub placement because they're free. Why don't we get some more of these in? The Heath Pub with the terrace on a corner right by the school. I mean, maybe not the best place. What about over here? This corner here. Yep. Whoa, we just hit something and I tabbed out of it quicker than it popped up. So that's fine. Let's just slow things down a minute. That is going to go fantastic on that corner right by the roundabout. That is typically British. That really is. And it's got the lounge. So we can look out over the trees, get looked on by the blocks of flats. Yeah, that just fits in perfectly. Right, let's take a look at what we've hit. We've just hit Boomtown. So our loan limit has gone up. We've got heavy traffic ban, advanced pollution management. That's basically it in this one. So let's try and see if we can really help people to move in here. And I'm just thinking, let's have a look here. So they're not moving in here. They are complaining about unreliable mail service, high water fees, high electricity fees, traffic. Wealth is okay. Walking distance to elementary school, small homes. We need more small homes. Well, these will count as small homes because there are lots of homes on a plot of land, but we want to encourage people to move in. So I'm just thinking maybe a park or two and a little bit of decoration around here will go a long way. Also, can we now afford the football pitch? Oh, good grief. Is this going to be something I'm going to regret doing? Let's have a look at our development. 4 points, large parks. Yes, please. Let's have a look. American football field, soccer field. What's that going to cost us? Attractiveness, up 7,500 a month. Oh, mamma mia. But plus 20 outdoor recreation. let's maybe hold fire on that. I'm going to put a medium petrol station down here by our industry. I think that would be a good idea. We're just going to run that. Pick of this. We're going to run that off of this roundabout here. So they can come in, get their petrol, they can turn around, there we go, and leave again. And I think that's going to give a little bit of a boost over here to everybody. There we go, we can decorate that as well. Yeah, so looking at what we've got at the moment, I think we need another medium density area. And I'm just looking at this field out here. I cleared the surface off so we can get a better look at what we've got. So these are our farms at the moment. I'm thinking this piece of land here would be perfect for another estate, like all sorts fields, because that's a nice sort of balance of people and tax paying, but it's a long way from the school. So as much as that would be good, I'm now looking at this area over here, near to our school, near to all the services, near to the pubs, got to be near to the pubs, also near to work. Yes, this might not be as attractive an area as over here or somewhere surrounded by fields. You are near the water, and we do have a type of housing that we can use that would emulate the sort of estate that would end up perhaps in a lower desirable area like this. Okay, just jumping over to Google Maps. I'm looking around for a little bit of inspiration, and I've come to Birmingham. I think this will be a great place to find some more low-income housing style areas. So what I'm looking at first of all, which can help you to do the same, is I'm looking at the shapes of the road. So here we've got lots of wiggly, bendy roads, some nice shapes. They're not the sort of estates that I'm looking for. I'm looking for ones that have more of not gridded, but sort of square-shaped roads. Which might sort of give the impression that they're slightly newer estates. There was one here I spotted. Was this the one by Castle Vale? I think it was. Let's just zoom in a little bit here. Yeah, here we go. So this to me would be the sort of council estate when I was growing up. Wasn't in Birmingham, but yeah, this sort of thing. So as you can see, we've got this sort of main road that goes through here. It's still gone down too far. Let's just jump up. There we go. It's still a 2-lane road going through here. We have these little mini roundabouts, and then when it heads off into the estate, there's no road markings. There is a little bit of parking. You normally get sort of like a turning area. It'll get some shops nearby as well, not too many, but almost every single house is the same. We'll get some slightly different designs here and there, where you've got some semi-detached, but other than that, there's sort of very sort of 50s, 60s design housing, and then you might even get some flats, yeah, something like this added on. So this is like a little block of flats we've got here. We've got another 3 or 4 there. This is probably a school. Parish of St Cuthbert's. Oh, that'll be a church. Yeah, and then we've got a new estate going up here. So these are like the newer houses. But yeah, so that is the sort of thing I'm looking at. So what I'm going to do is zoom out a bit, maybe take a little picture of that. And we've got some green area in the middle as well, which I think is very important. So, and what is this down here? Is that just some houses? Yeah, just some houses that are backing onto the park area, which is great. All right, so let me just take a picture of this, and then we'll head back to Kettlewick and we'll see what we can do. So the type of housing we're going to use, which obviously you can zone these in, but I'm going to do a mixture of plopping and zoning, are these small semi-detached ones. So we just have a look at the size of these. I mean, these look exactly what we need. They're 2x2. What's that one there? 2x3. That's a little bit longer. So maybe not necessarily that one, but maybe that could be the slightly larger, more expensive one that backs onto the park. The same with that one and that one and that one. Yeah, so these ones here, these two, 2x2 and 2x3, they're the definite type of semi-detached that we're looking for. There we go. And there's also some flats that would sort of go with this as well. Yeah, so we search up flats. We've got these UK medium flats. So depending on how much parking you want around there, they go all the way up to 5x4. I think it's the sort of the largest one with some parking put around. But again, these would be perfect in an estate like this with this design of house. Okay, well, let's get laying out the road and see what we can come up with. Right, let's just take a look around at what we've done. We can see we've started stimulating the growth in our city again. Oh, also we're running out of water. There we go, that's working fine. So we're getting a lot of people moving now. We follow this little country road down here. As we saw, we go, oh, that's an autosave. We've got a lot of people coming in for all the different houses down our main road, blocking up the roundabout, which I think, you know, that will go down over time. I'm not going to panic about it. They're all heading up here to our new estate. Many are cutting through down here, and it's going well. Over here, we just swing it around a bit. We've got these houses going in, which are looking absolutely perfect. And now we're getting demand for all sorts of things, and everything is going up, which is brilliant. So what I'd like to do around here is then start looking at some of the other zones that we've got in the UK pack and getting some of the mixed housing in with the shops, which I think would work really well, maybe in a little zone like that. And then if we sort of maybe come over here at the back, yeah, at the back of all the flats and things that we've got here, if we just go through like that, we'll grab some there and just sort of put a spattering of those around. And then also these are medium houses. Do we have some similar looking low residential demand housing that we can sort of put in amongst this area as well? Yeah, there's a couple of the small semi-detached low density that we could use. There's this one, and if we make the lot size a little bit bigger, there's that one. I wanted to sort of change the colour on these, but actually looking at them now, they're not too dissimilar from that. I would have preferred the brick rather than the white everywhere, but we could pop in some of those. But I mean, we've still got a demand of high density, medium density. So I think we're going with zoning some more of these as we expand across this estate and then just see where we end up. There we go. Let's take a brief look at our new area. I'm loving the way this has all come together. These houses here particularly suit this area well as these low rent blocks of flats. And then I've sort of popped in some slightly different variations of houses, also some terraced houses down here, as you saw. And then we've got these shops as well. So the mixed use ones we've popped in a few places which work really, really well. I've made sure to add parks and things around the place. So we've got park down here. We've got a larger park there. Got parks over here somewhere, as well as some more shops over this way. There we go, with a nice pub on the corner around here somewhere. There we go. I think we've got a couple of heaths in the city of Kettlewick, but yeah, that's looking good. I'm just like, views like this down this street, I just think look absolutely fantastic. Exactly like some of the roads and streets and things around here. I think they're really, really good. And let's have a look. Got a little bit of a gap there. We could sort of plug that with a tree or two. Just an oak. There we go. Fantastic. And then overall, let's have a look at our city. So people are moving in their droves. Let's see how many spaces we have in our residential houses. Look at that. They are pretty much all filled, which is great. So I don't know where they're actually moving into, but we've got a huge demand. So that makes sense. If we actually use Info Loom, we'll be able to tell. Let's look at residential. We've got no spaces left at all. Everything is 100% filled. So we're ripe for more expansion, which is exactly what we want to see. And probably a similar thing for commercial. Let's have a look. I mean, it's pretty much all blue as far as I can see. Industry, we've definitely got more room for that. Just had to shrink the forestry industry over here so we could get some more normal industry in. And then offices, we've got a few empty ones, but then we're probably taxing them quite high, aren't we? Let's just check our taxation. Yeah, a little bit high. I mean, I can drop that down 1%, see if we can encourage those to come in. But that is not too bad. A few needs around the place. I did have to pop in a non-UK ambulance station over here, small medical clinic, to get the ambulances going out, because that was just a little bit cheaper. But again, we've got a few little areas where we've got slightly different types of houses. I mean, they're really enjoying the view over there. You would expect those to be a more expensive house. But I just look at that, and that is just absolutely perfectly British. I'm loving it. We do need a name for this area. I've adjusted the zone ever so slightly on Jaffa Cake Crest. We've pushed it all back. So all this new area and our school and everything is in here. Although that school, of course, will help all the other areas with their students and things as well. Might just need to drag that one down here a little bit. There we go. So let me know a name in the comments. Don't forget, we're naming them after biscuits and cakes from Britain. So we've got all sorts fields, Hobnob Heights, Jaffa Cake Crest. What was this one over here again? Oh yeah, Penguin Industrial Park. We need to expand that. Yeah, so let me know in the comments. And we just hit Busy Town. Fantastic. And of course, don't forget, if you enjoyed this build, please leave a thumbs up and then check out the next video on the screen. We'll be back with some more Kettlewick and Timberbourne very soon. Have a great day. Thank you for your support. Take care. Bye-bye.